This year's Bone Chill event is the 7th time that Dead by Daylight has celebrated the winter season since its release back in 2016. This is probably one of the coolest and honestly most ambitious DBD events in the game's entire history. But what if I told you that things weren't always like this in the past? In fact, there were a couple of years where Dead by Daylight had literally no winter events at all. But what was so different back then, and how did we get to where we are today? Well, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the evolution of Christmas events in DBD, and without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so first of all, since Dead by Daylight was released during the early summer of 2016, it would make sense for the first winter event to take place during December of that same year, right? Well, see, the game had only been out for about 6 months, and at that point, it was nowhere near as advanced nor popular as it is today. And of course, the developers were probably more concerned with creating new content, such as killers and maps, and not that much with events as they are today. So in 2016, along with there being no Halloween event, unfortunately there was no Christmas event as well, although the lobby received some neat little snow patches to symbolize the coming of the winter season. Oh, and also, I wouldn't classify this as an event per se, however there was a Christmas blood rush for a couple of days from the 23rd to the 27th of December, meaning that all blood points gained in a trial would be doubled in the tally screen. These types of mini events are generally known to accompany holidays and other kinds of stuff like that, so it made sense. Now, when the winter of 2017 rolled around, the developers decided that this year they should actually make a, fully fledged Christmas event. And so this was how the 2017 Winter Solstice event was created, which came out with the release of patch 1.8.3 on the 14th of December 2017. This event added a whole bunch of cool new stuff to Dead by Daylight, including the Winter Party Starter item, which turned out to be a reworked version of the Chinese Firecracker item that was temporarily added to the game earlier that same year. Fun fact, originally the Winter Party Starter was actually green rarity, instead of the special event type that it is classified as today. Anyways, the 2017 Winter Solstice event also implemented a brand new lobby background that players had never seen before, featuring new props such as for example snow piles, lanterns, snowmen and blinking lights. Furthermore, a new music soundtrack was also added for the menus and lobbies. Additionally, the mystery boxes that existed in the game during that time were temporarily changed to these really cool so-called winter gifts. All hooks, fire barrels and lockers also received special models for this event, which are more or less akin to the ones during the current Bone Chill. Oh yeah, and this was when the frosty eyes were added to the game for the first time, which would end up becoming sort of a meme in the Dead by Daylight community, since they would most of the time pretty accurately give away that the killer had know it. Now, this whole Winter Solstice event might not seem very interesting by today's standards, however for 2017 this was revolutionary. See, Dead by Daylight had only had 2 major events prior to that, those being the All Hallows Eve and the Chinese New Year, and so players were quite happy and impressed to be receiving so much new content. Now granted, the next Christmas event, that being Winter Solstice 2018, was not much different from the 2017 one, in fact it was pretty much the exact same thing. Lasting 4 days less compared to the original one, Winter Solstice 2018 reused the winter theme, most of the lobby assets, the Christmas models for the hooks, fire barrels and lockers, and re-enabled the Winter Party Starters and winter gifts from the previous year. The only new things were the Ugly Sweater cosmetic collection and the new Frosty Eyes for DBD's original killers added throughout 2018. Now after this, Dead by Daylight's Christmas events went on a hiatus and wouldn't return until 3 years later. During 2019, sadly there was no winter event. Supposedly the developers had wanted to focus on game health, such as fixing bugs and optimizing the game, and so players were a little disappointed. Most players thought, or at least hoped, that there would still be a double blood points period, but there wasn't even that. Nonetheless, the year 2020 also saw no major winter event. However, there was this little thing called the Advent Calendar, which basically consisted of just daily login rewards from the 1st of December to the 3rd of January. These different rewards were comprised of different cosmetics, such as more frosty eyes and ugly sweaters, charms, free blood points and iridescent shards. This daily login rewards thingy has since been utilized for every winter event. Now, 2 years of Dead by Daylight had passed without the game having any major Christmas events. However, during 2021, the developers finally came out with the first ever version of the Bone Chill event, and that made players really excited. The first Bone Chill event lasted from the 9th to the 23rd of December 2021 and was a lot more ambitious than any of the other winter events prior to it. First of all, not only were winter party starters, along with the special fire barrel, hook and locker models re-enabled, but players also received a brand new Christmas themed generator model, a special winter lobby and an event loading screen. But by far the most significant addition of this update was the implementation of the snowman prop. During Bone Chill 2021, 6 snowmen would spawn in the trial grounds, which back then could be entered only by survivors. If a survivor was hit while inside a snowman, or if a killer destroyed a snowman with a survivor inside, the survivor wouldn't actually take any damage. However, the killer would still have to suffer the cooldown animation. Thankfully, this was later changed for the 2022 version of the Bone Chill event, where 8 snowmen would now spawn in the trial, which both survivors and the killer could enter. This time, if a survivor got hit while hiding in a snowman, they would lose a health state, and if a killer entered a snowman, they would receive the undetectable status effect. Oh, and also, snowmen could now high-five each other, which to be honest was something really cute, and I'm genuinely happy that this feature is also in the current 2023 Bone Chill. Now, I should also mention that snowmen have some other interesting effects that are definitely worth noting. For example, they suppress the killer's lullaby if they have one, as well as prevent the killer from using their power and entering a chase. Both sides receive the blindness status effect while in a snowman, they get shielded from any kinds of aura reading abilities, and have their movement speed reduced to 2.26 meters per second, which is actually the same speed as a survivor walking. Going back to the actual video, the 2022 Bone Chill event was the first winter event to have its own separate event tome consisting of 2 levels. This amount was increased to 3 levels for the 2023 Bone Chill event. Speaking of that, the current event is probably one of the coolest and most ambitious DBD events in the game's entire history. I absolutely love the new snow skulls, they're so goofy and fun to use and just overall mess around. For some reason, quite a significant amount of people are saying that it's toxic when players use them. I don't really know what all of that's about since they're literally made to be thrown at other players. Anyways, the snowman jump scares are really cool, and they've also got a unique loud noise notification, which is something that hasn't been done for quite a while now. Overall, I personally like this event a lot. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. Well, yeah, I guess that was it. We went through the entire evolution of winter/Christmas events in Dead by Daylight. Let me know if you guys enjoy these event history videos and whether I should do more of them in the future. Anyways, I hope you found this video entertaining. If you did, then make sure to leave a like down below, and also I would be glad if you considered subscribing as well. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!